Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. So in this video we're gonna be covering a new command, which is the git checkout and also the git revert, which is gonna revert us to a commit that we want to go back in case that we made a mistake or something in the current commit. And the git checkout, it shows you the history, or it shows you like that commit and all the files in that commit, so that you can see stuff and navigate through what are some of the things that you made in that commit, but you cannot change things. The first thing that you want to do is go to the command line. Right, so we'll just use this command that we learned, which is the git log one line. So now we have 3 commits, right? So this was the last one that I added, which I changed the index.html. All right. So let's say that you want to see what happened on this commit when you added the HTML files, right? So then we'll issue the command git checkout and then the commit number. So I told you that you only need 7 characters of the commit number, so you can just grab this and just paste it there, and we're gonna go back to the added HTML files. So take a look at this here on the lower left side of the screen. You can see that this is the main branch that we are working on right now. So we issue this command. So now you can see that the branch has changed. So now you can see that this doesn't say main anymore, but it has taken us back to the commit, to this commit number, right? Which was the one where we added the HTML files. And here you can see like this is like a warning saying that you've switched back to this commit. So now there's a message here that says that you've been detached from the head state, from the main branch. You've been detached, and you can look around, make experimental changes and commit them, and you can discard any commits you make in this state without impacting any branches by switching back to a branch. So it makes so right now you can just look at stuff, but you cannot make any change. You can make changes, but then if you commit them, that's gonna be a new commit. It's not gonna go back in time and just change whatever happened during that commit, I guess. Alright, so why is this useful? This is useful because you can go back to the commits that you made, and you can see what files you had there, what were some of the changes that you made, and so forth and so on. So let's say that you want to go back to so let's just go to the first commit that we made. So in this commit we still have these 2 files that we just had in the previous one, so it's not as clear as other commits, right? So let's just say git checkout main. So this is how you go back to the main branch. So right now, just take a look at this one. So now it says switched back to branch, and you're up to date, so you're caught up with everything, right? So let's issue the same command, git log one line. Now let's go back to the first commit and just watch what's gonna happen to these files on the left. To git checkout and then that. So now they have disappeared, so you don't have those files, and that's because during that commit we didn't add any files. We just had one file, which was the readme file, and that was it, and that was our first commit. So we've gone back in time in a way. You cannot change things here, or without, like, if you commit them, then it's gonna become like a new commit. It's not gonna change whatever was back in time once again. So right now you can see that the files have disappeared. So then you can see what changes, what files you had back during that first commit. So that's why this is useful, I guess. So now let's just go back to git checkout master main. Alright, so now we're back here. So that command is also pretty useful. So let's say that I'll git clear. Oh no, it's not git clear, it's just clear. Alright, so let's say that you didn't mean to add these files, and right now you don't want to delete them anymore. You can just delete them, right, and then just make a new commit. But let's say that you want to revert to a commit where you didn't have these files. So to do that, you'll issue the following command, git revert, and then just give it the commit number. I don't know the commit number, so I'll have to issue this command once again, git log, and then one line. Alright, so let's just go to the first commit when we didn't have these files. So we'll just say git checkout, and then once again just go back to I had it on the clipboard. Anyways, yeah, so let's just go back to the first commit, right? Oh no, it's not checkout, sorry. So if you want to go back to the first commit, you have to say git revert and then the commit number. Alright, as you can see, we got this message that says revert first commit. So that means that we're creating a new commit. So we're not going back to that commit and then starting from that point once again. We're actually just creating a new commit where we didn't have those files. We're just taking that commit as a base, and then that's gonna be our newest commit. I don't know if that makes sense. It's a little bit confusing, but like if you can come here to the source control, you can see that, you know, these are the changes that we've made. Oh, so we went back all the way to the first commit where we didn't have any files. That's why you know, the readme file has been deleted as well, because that's the first thing that we added. All right, so this is the message that we have here, right? So you can use here, you can just you know, change the message here, or say something like you know, whatever, like first commit, or going. This is fine because it says revert to the first commit. So we're just gonna commit this message, and now we have to push, right? So then we'll just push the changes, and then you get this. Just press OK. Alright, so right now, let's see what happened. Alright, so it should be fine, I think. Alright, so we've closed it. Anyways, that was a little bit confusing. Alright, so as you can see, we still have these files, and when we did our first commit, we didn't have those files. So you can see, so this proves that we're not going back in time to that commit where we didn't have these files. But what we're doing is that in that commit, what we did was add the readme file. So if we revert to that commit, that means that we're deleting the readme file. So if we revert to that commit, that means that we're deleting the readme file. We're never adding the readme file. That's how we're reverting to that commit. But we're still keeping these because we're not going back in time, but we're just creating a new commit. And in what we were working on, we had these files already. So if we're creating a new commit, we're just saying like, oh, revert to that commit, so delete the readme file. That's all we said. So if we issue the command git log, and it's still confusing, but you just have to, you know, just watch the video a couple of times. Just try it yourself and you'll see it. But let's issue this command. So in the first commit, we didn't have the readme file. So that's why when we created this new commit that says revert to the first commit, we got rid of the readme file, because in this commit we didn't, we added it in this commit, right? So we're reverting the changes, so that means that we don't have the readme file, but we still have these two because we're not deleting this you know, previous commits, but we're just working from, we're just building upon them. So if we were here, we just created a new commit where we reverted to the first commit by just deleting the readme file, but we still have you know, all the changes that we made from that commit onwards. I know it's super confusing, but let's just you know, just bear with me. Maybe let's just try something else. Let's try like a new one, right? So let's just go back to this where we get rid of this change, right? So before, so this change, basically what it did is just added these words, right? So if we say git revert, and then we just go back to this commit, or we just revert to that commit, what's gonna happen is that this is gonna it's gonna go away, and we'll just have hello. So let me just show you. And now you'll have the same thing, like it's gonna create a new commit that says revert to that. And let's go here and say commit. Let's push the changes. Alright, you can already see that the file already changed, so it just went away. And if we go back here, how do you exit this? I think it's Control C and then press enter. Oh no, I have to type a QA colon, colon QA, enter, and then we're out. Alright, so let's just clear this, and let's just say git log one line, and now you can see that we have two reverts, right? And if you go and see your files, you'll see that the index.html doesn't have the hello world anymore, and that's because, you know, we reverted to that change. We reverted back to this when we added that change. So since we're reverting back to that, since we're reverting to that change, we're never adding it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going back to when we made that change. So I know it's super confusing, but I hope that I could, just make it a little bit clearer. And if it's more confusing, I'm sorry, but it's a concept that's a little bit difficult to grasp. But you just have to try it on your own. Just keep practicing, and I know you'll get it eventually. So if you go to GitHub, you'll see that all the changes that we made are also made here because we pushed the changes. So right now we don't have a README file anymore. And here you can see that we reverted this index.html to what it was before we added the hello world. Alright, so this is it for this tutorial. So I hope it was helpful. It's a little bit confusing, I know, but just stick around. If you like the video, just leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.